Good afternoon, and I welcome you, students, again. Very, very important topic. We are already about to finish this topic of life processes. We have seen what are the various cellular cells which are involved in the body, how the food is getting digested in the body, and we have also seen excretion in human beings, how the waste products are released from the body, from the skin, from the liver, from the large intestine, from the lungs, from the kidneys. These are the excretory organs which are present in human beings. So human beings have large excretory organs through which they will give up the waste products. Because when you are eating, a lot of chemical reactions are taking place. There will be some byproducts which will be produced, and the result of these byproducts is that there is a lot of waste products which are produced in the human body, and they go out of the body through certain organs which we have already told you, excretory organs. So excretory organs are working to excrete range of the waste products in the human beings. We have seen that. Did we do that, students, last time? So you have seen how these are working inside the body. Now we are going to see what is the excretory products which are produced in the plants and how they are excretory from the human body. You are already aware excretory system in human beings. You have seen how the urine is going out, kidney is acting as a filter unit, and also one thing you have seen something called artificial kidney. You are aware of the artificial kidney? Tell me, are you aware of the artificial kidney, students? The kidney, which is very important, and what happens, it is throwing the waste products from your body, is a filtering unit, and they are very vital organs for survival. There are sometimes there are infections, injury, or restricted blood flow to kidney. They reduce the activities of the kidney, and if the activity of the kidney will be reduced, what will happen? There will be accumulation of waste products in the body. If large amount of waste will be accumulated in the body, what will be the result of that? Tell me, if you have large waste products, if there is a large amount of waste products in the body, if it is not excretory, what will happen? It will be a poison for the body, and this will cause serious sickness, and ultimately it will cause death. So kidney failure, you have heard the cases of kidney failures, and you have also heard kidney transplantation. So kidney transplantation means that artificial kidney is used. Kidney transplantation is also there. At the same time, you have heard about dialysis. You know what is dialysis? An artificial kidney device to remove art nitrogenous waste products from the blood through dialysis. Kidney is doing filtration of the blood, purification of the blood. It is removing the nitrogenous components from the blood, which are waste products, and out of the kidney, they are thrown out of the body in the form of urine. And if kidney is not well, if kidney has injury, infections, and the activity of the kidney is very much reduced, then what will happen? You will have waste products in the blood. So we will use a technique. We are using, the hospital, the physicians are using, the doctors are using what they call artificial kidney, which is dialysis. Are you aware of dialysis? Tell me, you have heard about dialysis? You are aware of dialysis, students? So this involves the purification of the blood, and kid, artificial kidney contain number of tubes with semi-permeable lining suspended in a tank filled with dialysing fluid. The fluid has same osmotic pressure as the blood, except it is devoid of nitrogenous waste. The process which is being used, there is a semi-permeable membrane. What happens? the nitrogenous waste products can pass through it. When the blood will pass through it, the nitrogenous waste products will pass through it, and they will go into the dialysing fluid. With the dialysing fluid does not have the waste products, so the nitrogenous waste products will be removed. The patient's blood is passed through these tubes. During the passage, waste products from the blood pass into dialysing fluid by diffusion. You have waste products. A lot of waste products are there. ठीक है? Waste products are there in the blood. ठीक है? They are allowed to pass into artificial kidney. And what will happen? These waste products from the blood will pass into dialysing fluid. There is a dialysing fluid that has the same osmotic pressure as that of the blood. So what happens? These products pass into the dialysing fluid, and the purified blood is pumped back into patient. So they will perform a function similar to the kidney which is performing in your body. So this is called artificial kidney, or this is artificial kidney hemodialysis. So there is only one difference, as you see here. This is similar to function of kidney, but it is not different. It is different since there is no reabsorption involved. Whereas in your actual kidney, reabsorption takes place. Normally, in a healthy adult, the initial filtrate in the kidney is about 180 liter daily. Filtrate, how much filtrate is there? 180 liter. 180 liter, you see, it's a very large amount of liquid. You have seen a bottle of 1 liter. I'm saying 180 liter. However, the volume actually excreted is only a liter or two a day. How much volume you excrete every day? 1 to 2 liter. 1 liter or two a day, 1 to 2 liter we are volume which we are excreting every day, because the remaining filtrate is reabsorbed in the kidney tubules. Remaining is reabsorbed. You are taking a lot of liquids, and already food has got liquids in it, and the whole thing is the waste, nitrogenous wastes are there which are formed. That is the point. They should go out of the body. Nitrogenous waste products. You are eating a lot of proteins. Proteins have got amino acids. Proteins are amino acids. Amino acids have nitrogen. So a lot of nitrogenous waste is there. Here is a diagram of what they have shown. Line from artery to pump. Line from artery to pump the blood. The blood which is to be filtered is going to the pump. Then there are tubing made up of selectively permeable membranes. There are membranes. And what is happening? This is passing through a dialysing solution. So what is happening? Used dialysing solution with urea and excess salt. The urea and excess salt, they are removed. They are removed here. And you will use a fresh dialysing solution, and then line from apparatus to vein, and the blood goes back. Impure blood enters and pure blood goes back into the human body. This process is going on. This is an example of dialysis, artificial kidneys, which are used in the hospitals. And a lot of patients are there. You will see there is a long queue for this. Dialysis is not easily available. You have to wait and get your turn for purification of the blood or dialysis. So the volume actually excreted, this is what is happening in the human system. When the body parts are functioning, they are healthy, they are fit, I think we are in our best, because every part is doing its job. We are taking food will be digested, blood will be circulated, will be pumped by the heart, All the cells of the body will get food. Kidneys are filtering, the filtration unit. Liver, pancreas, we told you what they are doing. If there is any malfunctioning, or if kidneys activity is very low, then you see what is the state of the body. Waste nitrogenous products have to be excreted or it will cause death. Then you are going on dialysis. Dialysis is a machine, is an artificial kidney which will filter the blood. Impure blood is passed through it and it becomes pure. It is then given back to the body. All right, we have seen the excretion process in the human beings. Now, the next question is, tell me, do the plants also have excretion? Have you seen plants are not moving? They are not like us human beings, but we can't observe them. So, is there any excretion in plants also? Because you have
Yes,
seen,
sir.
okay, though you see plants are preparing their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So, there are some waste products. Every chemical reaction which takes place, which is taking place, let it be photosynthesis or any other, and there will be some waste gases or waste materials which will be produced, and every living organism has to excrete them. Gases, you have seen, gases are removed by diffusion process. There are liquids which are undergoing osmosis. You have seen semi permeable membrane osmosis. So what is happening in plants then? What we are talking, excretion in plants. Excretion in plants is not as complex as in our system. You have seen in your system how much kidneys and liver and all those skin, various parts are doing their function to remove the waste products. But in plants, excretion is carried. What is important? The gaseous wastes. What is the gaseous waste of the plants? Tell me. When photosynthesis takes place in plants, prepare their food prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. And what is the waste gases? Tell me, the gaseous, what are the gaseous wastes in plants?
Sir,
What?
oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water vapors.
Yes. So when carbon dioxide is used, water is used, sun energy is used, and the chlorophyll, the green pigment, it prepares the food. There is oxygen which is released, and there is some CO2 also. The process of the CO2 in the night, and then there is a water in the plants which is lost through transpiration. So the gaseous waste in plants, you are saying oxygen, carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide is there, water vapor is there, water vapor is there. They are to be removed by the plants. How they will remove it? Can you tell me how the plants will remove it? The leaves of the plants. Have you ever touched the leaves in the morning? You see sometimes they are wet. Water is coming out from them. There is a stomata of the leaves. In ninth class, we have shown you stomata of leaves, stomata of leaves of the plant, students, and lenticels of the stems. So they are removed through stomata of the leaves and lenticels of the stems. They are removed through stomata of the leaves and lenticels of the stem. Some waste products collect in leaves and bark of trees. You have seen plants throw away their leaves. After some time, certain leaves are falling from the plants. Have you seen from the trees? You have seen every day when you come out of your home, there are a lot of leaves on the ground. Where they come from? The trees, they are leaving what they are leaving, they are the leaves of the trees, they are falling. So bark are shed through this. So this is also elimination of the wastes. Leaves and bark are shed, the wastes are eliminated. The wastes are eliminated. So you have seen the plants are throwing their leaves after use, and also bark they are shed. These are the way the plants or the trees are eliminating their wastes. Gaseous waste through stomata and lenticels. 1 point. Second, stored solid and liquid waste by shedding leaves. Whatever solid and liquid waste is there, peeling of bark and falling of the fruits. Fruit, you remove the fruits from the trees. What will happen? When tree will become fully ripe, it will fall. So the tree is shedding the whatever solid materials are there, liquid is there. So that is falling in from the fruits by secreting waste in the form of gum and resins. You have seen rubber plant. Rubber plant. You have seen rubber plant. Rubber is obtained from the rubber plant. You cut it, rubber is coming out. So they are in the form of gum. Excrete waste into the soil around them. Also, they excrete waste in the soil where they are in the soil also. So excretion in plant is not that complex as you have seen in the human beings, but it does take place by the processes which we have shown you. Is it clear? Excretion in plants.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this ends up the chapter of this whatever we are talking of life processes. Let us see some of the questions, students. Questions. Some of the questions which are there in this. First, he says, describe the structure and function of nephron. Question 1, student. You can think 1 to 2 minutes. What is a nephron? Where it is present? Search the answer, students. What is a nephron? Where it is present? We have shown you in the human excretory process. What is this? What is a? We have shown the diagram of the nephron also. Structure and functioning of the nephron. We have shown you the picture of the nephron. It's a filtration unit of kidney. It is a filtration unit of kidney. It is a filtration unit of, and it consists of tubule which is connected with collecting duct at one end and cup-shaped structure at the other end. We explained in our last lecture, how it works, what it has. It consists of what it consists of. It consists of tubule. What is that? You will see the picture. I will show you the picture also, which is connected. In the NCERT book, they have given a picture of that, student. You can open your NCERT book and see, which is connected, with collecting duct. With collecting duct, students, important, with collecting duct at one end, and a cup shaped structure, and a cup shaped structure, cup shaped structure, cup shaped structure at the other end. At the other end, let me show you. We have given a diagram of this. See that? Got it? In figure 6.14 of NCERT book, they have shown the structure of nephron. What is the structure of the nephron? You can see here, student. It is a cluster of very thin walled blood capillaries. Each capillary cluster in the kidney is associated with cup-shaped end of the tube that collects the filtered urine. Each kidney has large number of these filtration units called nephrons. packed close together. Some substances in the initial filtrate such as glucose, amino acids, salts, and major amounts of water are selectively reabsorbed as the urine flows along the tube. Important point. This question was asked in the paper. What is the products you are having? What are they are going? There are glucose is there, amino acid is there, salts, major amount of water. You know, you are eating all these things every day. Amino acids, glucose, proteins, fats, whatever you are eating, and water. So what happens that a major amount of water are selectively reabsorbed. As I told you that how much water is there, but how much it is coming, only 2 to 3 liters. But actual amount is very large, which is reabsorbed as urine flow along the tube. The amount of water reabsorbed depends on how much excess water there is in the body and how much of dissolved waste there is to be excreted. The urine forming in each kidney eventually enters a long tube, the ureter, which connects the kidney with the urinary bladder. Urine is stored in urinary bladder. So our urine is stored in urinary bladder. When the pressure becomes very high, then we will pass it out. So we get a feeling of high pressure, then we have to pass it. So this is a bladder is muscular, so it is under the nervous control. Nervous control. You know what is nervous control? Sometimes it happens. I'm somewhere outside and pressure becomes very high, but there is no washroom. What I will do? Now I apply my nervous system to stop, because pressure is becoming high. I'm searching for washroom, but there is no. So this is what we are saying. The bladder is muscular. It is under nervous control. Nervous control. See how the human body is very sensitive, how it acts, how everything is connected. We have to understand everything, then it helps us. We can answer questions. And see what I am trying to say, students. Describe the structure and function of this. The cup shaped structure is called, you know, what is the name of the cup shaped structure? What it is called? 1 point. Second, I'm saying, what is this cup shaped structure called? The cup shaped structure. Cup shaped structure is called Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. Important point. This question has been asked in the paper. What is Bowman's capsule? Every Bowman capsule contains cluster of capillaries. Bowman's capsule contain cluster of capillaries. Bowman's capsule, it contains what? It contains cluster of capillaries. A lot of capillaries are there, students, in our body. So capsule contains cluster of capillaries. Capillary action, very important. Capillaries. They are called glomerulus. What do we call them as? Glomerulus. Within the cup-shaped structure, blood enters into glomerulus through different arteriole of renal artery and leaves it through afferent arteriole. What happens to the blood? Blood enters. Blood enters. Where the blood enters? Into glomerulus. ठीक है, into glomerulus. These are capillaries through afferent arteriole. ठीक है, of renal. These are biological terms, student. You can check in the NCERT book. Of renal artery, and it leaves through where it will leave afferent and leaves through afferent. That was A. This is E. Afferent arterioles. Arterioles. arteriole. So we have shown you the picture of all this, that how the process is happening, and functioning of the nephron, what is, how it is functioning. This is a structure of nephron, structure of nephron, and functioning, how it functions. There is a filtration. First is the filtration of the blood. Filtration of blood takes place where? It takes place in the Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. The blood is filtered. Filtration. ठीक है? Blood takes place in Bowman's capsule from the capillaries of the globe. The filtrate passes into tubular part of the nephron. The filtrate will pass. The filtrate then passes. Filtrate passes into tubular part. Into tubular part of nephron. Nephron, students. This filtrate contains what? This filtrate contains. This filtrate contains. Now you will start understanding the food which you are eating, what is happening to inside the body, how it is being processed by the different parts of the body. What is the function of the kidney? What is the function of the kidney? You will understand what the kidneys are doing. This filtrate contains glucose, amino acids, whatever you are eating, all this you are eating. Urea, there is a urea. Urea is not required by the body. Uric acid, they are nitrogenous compounds. Uric acid, salts, and lot of water. All this is there. All this is there. Then second part is important question was asked. Reabsorption takes place. Reabsorption. What happens? As the filtrate flows along the tubule, useful substances are selectively reabsorbed. What will happen? The filtrate flows along the tubule. As this filtrate, what is this filtrate? Flows along the tubule. What will happen? Useful substances. What are the useful substances? All this glucose, amino acids. ठीक है? Glucose, amino acids, salts, and water. Glucose plus amino acids plus salts plus water. This is what happens to them? Reabsorbed into blood. Reabsorbed into blood. Reabsorbed into blood by capillaries surrounding the nephron tubes. And how much water will be absorbed depends on the need of the body, and also the amount of waste to be excreted. If body needs more water, it will absorb more water. If body needs less water, then it will throw the rest out. Then third thing, what happens? The urine. Urine, students. What is urine? The filtrate which remains after reabsorption is called the urine. The filtrate which remains after reabsorption. ठीक है? After reabsorption. What is reabsorbed? These useful substances which are required for the body. ठीक है? The filtrate which remains after reabsorption is called urine. This is called the urine. ठीक है? What is urine? It contains the urine contains what? The urine contains, you know, they talk of urea. Urea is there. Urine contains urea, uric acid, excess salts, excess, something is excess, and water. ठीक है? So urine is collected from nephrons by collecting duct to carry it to the ureter. Then what happens? Urine, this is the waste product. This is the waste product. It has to go out of the body. This urea, uric acid, water, and all this excess salts. So what will happen? Urine is collected. Urine is collected. How it is collected? From nephrons. Nephrons. Now you know what the nephrons are, what is their structure, and what is the function of nephrons. By collecting duct, by collecting duct, by collecting duct to carry where it goes, to carry it to where it will go, to the ureter. So this is the process which is taking place in the nephron. Note down everything, students. Important question. This has been asked many times in the paper. Note down everything. Sometimes a part of it is asked. Actually, reabsorption process is very important. You have seen not all the fluid is coming out as we have shown you. Only the waste products and the excess water is thrown out. Rest will be reabsorbed. Is a need of the body. Your body needs hydration, lot of water. The cells of the body, they need a lot of water. You know, as they say, drink water when you are doing exercises or you are doing any physical activity. You are sweating a lot in summer, then they say take more water. More water. Plain water, plain water. There are so many dissolved substances. We are eating so many things every day from morning to evening, and what will happen? There will be excess of salts and nitrogenous compounds. They will form urea in the body. Urea. Oh, okay. Note down everything, student. Note down everything is important. Everything is important, students. Okay, all right. Coming to the next question. What are the methods? Important question for the paper. They will ask you. What are the methods used by plants to get rid of excretory products? So in the plants, you are having many waste products are stored in the vacuoles of the cell. Where the plant cells have, first point, many waste products. Many waste products are stored where? Are stored in vacuoles. We have shown you in ninth class. In ninth class, student, you have seen in vacuoles, ठीक है, of the cells. Vacuoles of the cells. And you know, plant cells have large vacuoles. Plant cells have large vacuoles. And second, some waste products are stored in some waste products are stored in the where? Are stored in the leaves of the plants. Are stored in the leaves, and they are removed as leaves will fall. You have seen falling of the leaves from the plants. आपने देखा पत्ते वाइट गिर जाते हैं पत्ते, कितने टाइम तक पत्ता रहेगा कोई भी लीव? इट विल फॉल आफ्टर सम पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. उसमें बिकम वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट ज्यादा हो जाएगा. सम वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स, some waste products What are those? Such as resins and gums. Resins and gums are stored in where they are stored in a non-functional old xylem. In non-functional old xylem. Some waste products such as tannins, resins, gums are stored in the bark. And you know what happens? Are removed as peeled off. You have seen trees peeling. देखा ऊपर वो चमड़ी सी जमती है और पील ऑफ होती रहती है.
Yes, sir.
पीलिंग हो जाती है. वो पील्ड ऑफ हो जाते हैं उनके क्योंकि दे आर प्रेजेंट ऑन द ये जो वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं टैनिन्स रेजिन आर स्टोर्ड इन द बार्क, तो वो पीलिंग ऑफ हो जाती है. और फिर क्या करेंगे प्लांट्स? लीव्स तो गिर गए और ये बाग से भी आ गया कुछ. आपने देखा रबड़ प्लांट वगैरह, वहां से बाहर से रबड़ वगैरह निकलता है. दे एक्सक्रीट सम वेस्ट सब्सटेंसेस. प्लांट्स excrete some waste products. कहां से? Through the roots into the soil. Through the roots into the soil. अभी कभी प्लांट को नीचे से खोद के देखोगे तो रूट्स देखो कितनी मोटी मोटी होती हैं, वहां से भी वो थ्रो कर देते हैं सॉइल के अंदर, इनटू द सॉइल, जिस मिट्टी में वो होते हैं. तो इस तरह से एक्सक्रीशन प्रोसेस चलती रहती है. हमारे बॉडी में भी देखो हाउ इंपॉर्टेंट इज द एक्सक्रीशन प्रोसेस. और एक्सक्रीशन नॉर्मल नहीं होगी तो फिर पॉइजन तो फिर डेथ. और ऑल लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म हैव टू डू द एक्सक्रीशन प्रोसेस. So whatever functions are there in our body, we have very complex machines, complex function. Kidney, kidney is so important. And malfunctioning or a reduced activity of the kidney leads to dialysis, which is very costly and not so easily available. Purification of the blood or filtration of the blood is done by the artificial machines, artificial kidney. दो हैं किडनी, एक मिनिमम वन तो चाहिए. Transplantation of kidney also, a lot of people kidney failure, they can be transplantation of kidney is done also, about that. How is the amount of urine produced regulated? What answer you will give for this? In our body we have so much water, but all the water is not required by the body. Whatever is required body will reabsorb, and whatever is excess it will go into the urine. Excess water will go into the urine, तो रीअब्सॉर्ब हो जाएगी. बाकी क्या होगा? रीअब्सॉर्ब होगा. सो द अमाउंट, कितना यूरिन पास करेंगे? द अमाउंट ऑफ यूरिन largely depends on amount of water reabsorbed by the, कहां पे रीअब्सॉर्ब हुआ था? बाय द नेफ्रॉन ट्यूबूल. तो नेफ्रॉन ट्यूबुल ने क्या किया था, एक्सेस वाटर को एब्सॉर्ब कर लिया था. एंड दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन ये, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट, दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन फर्स्ट हाउ मच वाटर इज इन एक्सेस. ठीक है, दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ मच वाटर इज इन एक्सेस, हाउ मच water is in excess in the body, in the body. So when water is abundant, tissues, large quantities of dilute urine is excreted. When water is abundant, water is abundant in the body tissues, in the body tissues, what will then body do? Large quantities of urine will be excreted. Large quantity of urine excreted. So when water is large will be excreted, and when water is small, when water is less in body tissue, what will happen? Small quantity of urine excreted. So it depends how much water is present, how much water is present. Number two, one is water. Second, how much dissolved wastes are there? How much dissolved wastes are present? Whatever waste you have, dissolved waste, nitrogenous compound, urea, urine, uric acid and all that. These are mainly nitrogenous wastes. Which are those? Nitrogen containing waste compound. What you said, urea, uric acid, like urea, uric acid, they contain nitrogen. They contain nitrogen. And salts, and there are a lot of salts which are produced in the body. You are taking acids, bases, acid bases will react to form salt in the body, and salts to be excreted. There are salts to be excreted. So when more quantity is dissolved in the body, when quantity more quantity, ठीक है, of dissolved waste, more quantity of dissolved waste are in the body, are present in the body, what is the result? Then more quantity of water is required to excrete them. More quantity of water is required to excrete them. You know what they are saying? Drink more water. Do they say that? Drink more water. Tell me yes or no. They say, oh, you should drink more water. Why you should drink more water? Plain water, I'm saying plain water. I'm not talking of the juice or other. Everything has water. Plain water, because what it will, if there is a dissolved waste in the body, that waste will dissolve in the water, and then it has to be excreted. It has to be excreted. So what will happen? So how much dissolved waste are there? They will have to be excreted. So this will increase the amount of urine. More quantity of dissolved waste are present in the body, more quantity of water to excrete them. So this will increase the quantity of urine. So this is a excretory process. How much waste do you have in the body? How much excess water you have in the body, that has to come out of the body. That has to come out of the body. Is it clear? Tell me yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, let us see the exercise. Exercise is coming, student, from the NCERT book. In the NCERT book, there are questions, student. What is the first question on the screen? The kidneys in human beings are a part of the system for. You have 1 minute to answer the question. First question. Kidneys. There are 4 choices: nutrition, respiration, excretion, transportation. What is the function of the kidneys in human beings, students? Which is the correct answer? Which is the correct answer? Kidneys in human beings are a part of system for. What the kidneys are doing? Nutrition, respiration, excellent, transportation. What is the correct answer?
Sir, excretion.
That is the correct answer. You have seen, we have shown you kidney excretion, and we have also seen dialysis, artificial machines used to purification of the blood, is a filtration unit of the body, most important. Sorry. Next question. The xylem in the plants are responsible for. In the plants also, we have shown you what is the function of xylem. What is the function of xylem in the plants when we discuss the transport system? What the xylems do? Transport of water, transport of
Sir,
food.
transport of water.
Transport of water is the correct answer. Xylems are present in the plants. Very good answer. They transport water. The autotrophic mode of nutrition requires. Autotrophic mode of nutrition. What is autotrophic mode of nutrition? Know what is autotrophic mode of nutrition? Which is a living organism it is applicable? When we
So
discuss
plants.
plants, yes, plants are preparing their own food, photosynthesis. Then what is the requirement? Carbon dioxide and water, chlorophyll, sunlight, or all the above?
Sir, all of the above.
That is the correct answer. They need carbon dioxide, water, they need chlorophyll, they need sunlight. All the 3 are required. Very good, excellent answer. Very good, very good. You are learning, you are learning. This is the way we learn. Next question is on the screen. The breakdown of pyruvate to carbon dioxide, water, and energy takes place in. You have seen how whatever glucose you are eating, how it is undergoing breakdown of pyruvate to give pyruvate. First, glucose breaks into 2 units of pyruvate, and then how pyruvate breaks to CO2, water, and the energy which we need, which we are using, student. Where it takes place? Cytoplasm, mitochondria, chloroplast, nucleus. Which is the correct answer? Which is the correct answer, students?
So mitochondria.
That is the absolutely right answer given by Anya, is absolutely right. Next question. How are the fats digested in our bodies? Where does this process take place? This is a long question which we discussed earlier also. What happens to the fats? Can you give me something about it? How the fats are digested? You know, the fats are present in the form of large globules in small intestine. Fat digesting enzymes are not able to act upon large globules. So bile juice is secreted by the liver. Bile juice is secreted by the liver. You know what is the function of liver now? Liver is there in your body. What it does? Liver is very important. Liver, bile juice is secreted by the liver. It will secrete bile juice along with pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice is also there. Pancreatic juice. Inside the body, you have liver, you have pancreas. The bile salts present in the bile juice emulsify the large globules of the fat. So emulsification of large globules breaks down into fine globules to provide large surface area to act upon the enzymes. Lipase enzyme present in pancreatic juice. In pancreatic juice, what is present is lipase enzyme, which helps in breakdown of emulsified fats. Emulsified fats are broken Glands present in the wall of small intestine secrete intestinal juice which contains lipase enzyme and converts fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Fats are converted into fatty acids and glycerols. So small intestine is a region of digestion of fats. Fats emulsified by bile salts, emulsified fats, pancreatic juice lipase breakdown of the fats, and intestinal juice lipase breaks down the emulsified fats into fatty acids plus glycerol products. So all this process is happening. Important that you are having fats. What is happening? Emulsified fats. Emulsified by bile salts. So what you will get? Emulsified salts, fats, fats, emulsified fats. Fats are converted into emulsified fats. And what will then happen? These emulsified fats, there is a pancreatic juice, pancreatic juice, pancreatic juice. What is that? Is an enzyme. What enzyme is that? Lipase. Lipase enzyme is there. So it will break down of the fats. So much breaking is taking place inside your body. All these things are complex molecules, they are being broken into simpler and simpler molecules. Otherwise digestion will not take place. So breakdown of fats. That is why they say eat slowly, and 6 hours gap should be there. If I eat now, I eat more, then body has got to do all this function inside the stomach, intestine. But when this is not complete, we are eating more. So what will happen? Then it will lead to indigestion and waste of the food products. So breakdown of fats will take place. And after this, what will happen? Again, there is a intestinal juice. Intestinal juice. What is the enzyme here? Enzymes are biocatalyst lipase. What it will do, student? Lipase. This will convert it into fatty acids. Fatty acids plus glycerol. Plus glycerol. Okay? These are the end products obtained after digestion of the food. So food is digested. These are the products obtained after digestion of the food. So see how much chemical reactions are taking place inside your body. So many chemical reactions are taking place in our body, students. So we should be very careful how to eat, when to eat, how much to eat. And we should not do excess eating. It is not so easy because everything, see, these chemical reactions have to take place inside the body, then only we can get it. What is the role of saliva in the digestion of the food? Can you tell me what is the role of saliva? This question was asked to the students. You know, in the mouth, you have a saliva. What the saliva does? What is the role of saliva? Saliva contains what the saliva contains? Saliva contains salivary amylase. Salivary amylase enzyme. There are enzymes, student, biocatalysts. That breaks down. That breaks down. What it does? What it breaks down? Starch. You are eating is starch. Is a complex compound. Starch to sugars, simple sugars like maltose. Maltose is a much simpler sugar. This is a complex sugar. This is a complex substance. It is broken into simpler substances, which is a maltose. So this is one important point. Saliva. That is why I say eat slowly, chew it well, chew it well. Your food should be chewed well because the saliva will convert starch into maltose. If you don't chew it, swallow it, what will happen? Then this process is not taking place. Then the body will have difficulty in digesting the food. Difficulty in digesting the food. It will be difficult. Second, saliva moistens moistens the food. You know, food becomes wet. That helps in chewing. That helps in chewing, and breaking down, breaking down. ठीक है, big pieces of food, big pieces of food into, what happens? Big pieces of food are broken into smaller ones. Smaller ones. Anything you eat, it has to be broken into smaller pieces, so that salivary amylase can digest the starch efficiently. So that salivary amylase, salivary amylase can digest the starch efficiently. You see that starch is there. Starch is a complex compound, is a complex substance. It must be converted into simpler form of sugar to be digested. And if you have large pieces, it will be difficult. So when it becomes wet, what happens? It gets broken into small pieces. You chew it, small pieces, small. So the slavery enzyme, which is their amylase enzyme, it can uh, um, digest the starch and convert it into simpler sugar molecules, which is maltose. Maltose is also sugar, but simpler one. Starch is a complex molecule. It is made up of large number of glucose units. Got it? All right, students, we are ending the lecture here. I hope you have understood what we are doing, solving question answers and completing the chapter. So next time we can have a quiz on this chapter. Is very important. Question answer session, quiz session we can have next time. And then therefore I will see you in my next class, students. I hope you have enjoyed it. You have understood everything. You can at least pass on our videos, recorded videos, to your 5 to 10 friends, so that they can subscribe this channel and get plenty of information, and also many other free video lectures on different topics of science, on health, hygiene, and many other things. ठीक है, आप इनको आपने फ्रेंड्स को पास कर देना, कर दोगे?
Yes, sir.
All right, I thank you, and I thank you, student, for participating in the class, and we will meet you next time. Okay, bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
All right.